I'll take it from here. Thank you, Bob. We appreciate it. Well, we're still talking about Ida's impact in our area because it's still being felt, and now it's a week later. So Ida brought tornadoes, heavy rain, and significant flooding to parts of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. And the massive cleanup continues. And officials want to make sure that residents, especially in those high impact areas, that they get the help that they need. So we want to bring in AJ Shaw, who's the director of DEMA, the Delaware Emergency Management Agency, to talk about what you guys are doing to help with affected residents. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Alex, and thank you.
Of course. So first, before we get into what you guys are doing to help, let's just remind folks, because like I said, it has been a week later. I think for some folks it's off top of mind. Well, for others, they're still dealing with it, just how bad it got in the Delaware area. How high did the waters rise? How many feet?
So we're talking about downtown Wilmington on the Brandywine, an area that typically hasn't flooded. It looks like the last time it was close to this flood level was back in 1972 with Hurricane Agnes, when the remnants of that came through. It looks like approximately 2 feet over the previous record. So quite significant increase of water that came down the Brandywine last Thursday morning. And I'll say it was coming down the Brandywine when it was 70 degrees and sunny out post the rain event from Wednesday.
And so that would be, you said, more than double. So that was what, more than 23 feet high?
Yes, about 2 feet. Now the actual flood gauge is in a different location now, but from all the data that we've looked at with the Weather Service, at least 2 feet over the previous record.
And I know you can't estimate how many because the damage has been extensive, but you guys, are you still getting calls? You're still getting folks who are a week later saying, hey, I need help. I need to figure this out, how to get through this.
Yeah, we have been, and I think there's a few things. Our Department of Health and Social Services has been working very closely with the City of Wilmington, the power company Delmarva, which has done a fabulous job. We had a recovery center session on Tuesday to have people come in, talk to different departments, 21 different agencies from around the state and the city, to talk about, where do they go from here? They're hurting in Wilmington. I think there's, it's a very isolated area that was hit, about 20 square blocks, I think is what it's looking at. Businesses, homes, apartment buildings. So looking to see what services we could pull together from our volunteer groups, which have been amazing during this, what the state could step up and do, and then, continue to look through the damage to see if we could qualify for a presidential disaster declaration.
So let's talk about then what is being offered, what folks are able to get now. The Flood Assistance Program. Tell me about what that does and how you know if you can qualify to be helped.
Right. So the Flood Assistance Program is something we worked on with the Milford Housing Development Corporation. They have an emergency home repair program that has been in the state for several years, and we used them last year post the tropical storm Isaias, when we had about 200 homes impacted by tornadoes. And what they'll do is they will assist lower income families that are having problems with the remediation, small construction projects, mucking and gutting out basements that there's still standing water in there. So it is an option that we rolled out the other day, thankful to the Resilience Fund that we just got in the budget this year. It's one part of it. We have Team Rubicon in our volunteer groups, which we can't speak enough about and be thankful for. And our volunteer organizations, Active in Disasters, our VOED, they're boots on the ground today up in Wilmington with volunteers, figuring out what they can do to mobilize in this community and really go door to door and see, what the gap is for some people. We still have a number of people without power because of the damage to the electrical system up there. So there's a long road in front of us for a lot of these individuals.
And we've been showing the crisis hotline where folks can call if they have questions. But before I let you go, today is also a big day because FEMA is going to be around to survey all the damage as well.
Yeah, so we have our team with the City of Wilmington, and then the team from FEMA down there to help us do the second part of the damage assessment. And this is where we, really build our, our case, I'll say, kind of, a lot of data, a lot of information is needed for us to show why this qualifies for federal assistance. So our team's been working on that since last Friday.
Okay, looks like we're losing your sound a little bit, so I'm going to let you go, but we do have that number. We'll post it on our website as well, and we'll get an update on how that visit from FEMA goes so we get closer to see if we're going to get some federal resources here. But of course, we know it's not just Delaware that was affected. Across our region, so many areas, like I mentioned earlier. So in Pennsylvania, there's also resources for you. You can contact the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, at 717-651 2001. And then in New Jersey, you can contact the New Jersey Office of Emergency Management at 609-882-2000. And we're going to put those on our website because we know that so many folks need help, and that seems to be a great first step to figure out what you can do to get assistance. We're taking a break.